But in 2002, we discovered that the National Boundary Commission has altered that boundary in their 11th edition, which now put Soku oil well in what Bayelsa claimed to be St. Bartholomew, which is not correct. And the Rivers State raised a protest in 2002. And the National Boundary Commission agreed in the letter written in July 2002 to correct the mistake they made. In 2002, to correct the mistake they made. And the Rivers State government waited for a while, and nothing was done. And in 2009, we went to court. We went to court, and Supreme Court, when they said the Supreme Court talk out the matter, you must understand the basis of what happened. When the National Boundary Commission had admitted that it was an error they made, and that in the next edition, which will be the 12th edition, that we are going to correct that mistake and put it back to what we call St. Barbara. And we waited. And so Supreme Court said, look, since the National Boundary Commission has said they made an error, so what is the need of the matter? There's no need, since the body responsible have said we made an error, and we're going to correct that error in the next edition.
Governor Wike said 7 years after the Supreme Court gave the order, the NBC was yet to effect the correction. He said that the preliminary report on the 12th edition indicated that the NBC made no attempt to obey the order of the Supreme Court.
You admitted that you made an error, and you're going to correct that error. Now, instead of correcting that error, you now have even come up with the 12th edition without correcting that. No, this is not right. And court gave an order. Pending when you go and correct that error, the boundary between Rivers State and Bayelsa is at Santa Barbara. And which means everything about Soku oil wells and fields belongs to Rivers State. Until you go and correct that error, which you have made. And that the Revenue Modernization Commission and the Accountant General should stop with to do anything concerning this area to Bayelsa. It belongs to Rivers State. Ordinarily, I'm a plaintiff. What I mean by I'm a plaintiff, Rivers State is a plaintiff. We don't talk law on pages of newspapers. Judgment has been given. The best we can do is to go on appeal. The outgoing governor of Bayelsa State, I understand the frustration, I understand. But who is the frustration frustrated by yourself? Nobody created that frustration. So you cannot heap that frustration on us. What we are asking for is for justice to be done. And that's why we went to court. We don't have anybody to carry gun to go and fight. We don't have anybody. So we say the best place to go is to go to court, and we have gone to court.
Governor Wike stated that he was elected by Rivers people to protect their interest. He said there's nothing personal in the fight for Soku oil wells.
That I'm protecting what belongs to Rivers State. The same people you want to take, you are a German, and the oil field belongs to the German in Rivers State. And then you are the one coming to take it. Who's causing the ceremony then? The man who comes to take what does not belong to his people, or the man who's protecting what belongs to his people, who's causing the ceremony amongst his people? Certainly is the governor of Bayelsa State. If you're a true German, will you go and take what belongs to your brothers or your sisters? If you do that, are you not causing crisis amongst your people? You have been in office for almost 8 years. I've been in office for about 4 years and some months. Look at the development in Rivers State and look at the development in Bayelsa. 8 years and 4 years. Compare. Bayelsa State only has 8 local governments. Rivers State has 23 local governments. I can stand here and tell Governor Dixon, there's no local government in this state that I will say there's no one project. Let him tell me each of the local government in the 8 local governments in Bayelsa State that make up the whole of the just there. Let him mention the projects.
Governor Wike said while Rivers State is a major construction site, the Bayelsa State Governor has failed his people by refusing to utilize their resources judiciously.
I can mention as I sit here, Anthony Opopo and Ijo people. Let him go to Anthony and see what is happening. Let him go to Opopo and see what is happening. Bonny is an Ijo land. Let him go to Bonny local government and see what I'm doing. Akoko Torres and Ijo land. Let him go to Akoko Torres and see what I'm doing. Degem is an Ijo land. Let him go to Degem and see what I'm doing. Asari Torres and Ijo land. Let him go to Asari Torres and see what I'm doing. Let him mention the 8 local governments in Bayelsa State that he has touched.
He said that for a small state like Bayelsa, it was wrong for the outgoing governor to expend 70 billion naira on an uncompleted airport when Bayelsa State lacks good roads and basic infrastructure.
You came out and said you use 70 billion. 70 billion naira. You know what 70 billion naira can do for the people of Inyenegua? Even those who don't have roads, flyovers, you transform the entire place. Now you are leaving office in the next 1.5 months. The airport is not working. And what is the population of Inyenegua? What is the population of Inyenegua? That you think the airport is the most important thing. That will go up 70 billion naira. Mind you, when the former president was in power, President Jonathan, NDDC, Sanford, part of that airport. So this thing cannot, in all ramifications, compare with me in terms of development.
He regretted that the outgoing Bayelsa State Governor refused to respect the rules of protocol when he visited the Amanayabo of Kalabari without informing the Rivers State government.
The person who's talking about invading Rivers State, you see the lack of protocol. If he was well schooled and well educated and well brought up, would you use the word you want to invade the river? How do you invade Rivers State? You have no respect. You don't know what protocol is all about. A traditional ruler who is a first-class traditional ruler. First-class traditional ruler, recognized by government. You are coming to the state of a governor to say that you want to go and see your job people in Rivers State. You don't know the protocol demands that you should call your colleague to say, look, I don't know how you stand. Are you free? I'm coming to the state. What are you coming to do? Oh, I'm coming to have this social function or this. Okay. What about the logistics? I will not be around. I'll be around. I will join you, for example. And then the first class will not communicate to the governor. Now, sir, this governor called me. They was coming to see people. And then you say the governor should keep quiet. He said, "Does not need." Who told you that as you are coming to the Rivers State, have I ever asked anybody from any state to, if you are coming to the Rivers State, you must seek permission from me? No, but by your position, protocol demands that you cannot just walk in to a state and say that a part of the state you want to see them without the governor knowing, and then the traditional ruler, who is the first traditional ruler, will not let the governor know. And then I said, look, if you do this next time, I will withdraw the recognition. I didn't say I will dethrone him. I don't make chiefs. But government recognizes chiefs. I have the power to recognize, and I have the power to take it back. If you fall foul of the law, and I have no regret about it, and anybody who does it, I will withdraw the recognition. Heaven will not fall. Heaven will not fall. When I withdraw it, you don't have that. You can't attend any government functions again. That respect according to you will not be there. You will no longer take the benefits of those who are recognized in government every month, the percentage you take from local government, what the state pays to you, everybody won't get. Those are the things that government can do. I never said I will dethrone Amanabo of Calabar. I never said so. I said I will withdraw the recognition by government if it continues to disrespect the office of the governor and not to play according to the rules. What is my invade how? When you could not even protect Bayelsa, he said you come and invade.
Governor Wike said there is no oil wars between Rivers State and Imo State or Akwa Ibom State, as claimed by the outgoing Bayelsa State Governor. He said that he went to court against Imo State to challenge the attempt to take what belongs to Rivers State. He added that he went to court against Akwa Ibom State because of illegal deductions of funds from Rivers State by agencies of the federal government. He said he still enjoys a good working relationship with the governors of Imo and Akwa Ibom State.
He talks about Imo State. Does he like the governor of Imo State? He wants to be his friend now. I'm not at war with Imo State. Rather, Imo State wrote to the president for Rivers State to give them back 15 billion naira for some oil wells. I said, how come this? Where? And my people, I said, no, I don't know what is happening. I have to rush to court. I said, court determine whether under the law the president has power to talk about boundary and what belongs to this state or what does not belong to this state. It's an official thing. So what is the war? For somebody or for another state to take what belongs to River State? Is that how he does his own a friendship? I don't do friendship that way. I don't take what belongs to my people to do a friendship. So there's no war between me and the governor. In fact, it was here in the day that he created nationality, made me the deacon. He was here. If we were fighting war, would he come? Nobody's official in state. Look, he has nothing to do with friendship. It's not his, Imo State is not his own. He will be governor and go. I'll be governor and go. So I owed Rivers people to protect whatever I think and I know that belongs to them. So that's not correct. He talked about Akwa Ibom. Those who know me know that Akwa Ibom is one of my best, one of the closest governors. He comes here, I go there. Nobody goes to his own place because you won't find him. But you won't find him. These are my very close friends you're talking about. We discovered that Revenue and Fiscal Modernization Commission have deducted 5.6 billion from River State government that we are owing Akwa Ibom 55 billion on Okoro Iwel. I said, which one is Okoro Iwel again? Then I called my brother. He said, no such deduction. I said, but look at it later. They have agreed that they have deducted 5.6 billion. I told our lawyers, please let's go to court too. Let's go to court. And we went to court. And court said, look, you are wrong. Refund the 5.6 billion you deducted. And stop further with deducting the state government money. Should I have folded my hands and said because my best friend was and therefore our revenue should collect our money?
He said that through the poor leadership of the Bayelsa State Governor, the PDP Governors Forum and the PDP South-South Governors Forum failed.
The made chairman of the PDP Governors Forum is dead. The made chairman of South-South PDP Governors Forum is dead. Is dead. So, if people, someone who does not have a relationship with people, no public relationship, how can you have capacity?
Governor Wike berated Dixon for claiming that he was interfering in Bayelsa state politics. He said that before Dixon became governor, it was Secondus and King Tona that brought him Dixon to receive Governor Wike's support.
Dixon claims I'm interfering in Bayelsa politics. But he forgets, when I was a minister, King Tona, whom today he has no respect for, and the national chairman of the party, which is Secondus, brought Dixon to my house as a minister when he was fighting with TB Priest Silva. That time he didn't know I'm not from Bayelsa, but he came for me to interfere in Bayelsa politics. Ask him how did his name enter. Ask him, King Tona and Uche Secondus brought Dixon to my house as a minister to help him. He forgets history now. Now he say, I'm interfering in Bayelsa politics. But that time, I was not interfering.
He said that the outgoing Bayelsa State Governor was never committed to the PDP all through the elections.
So, who colluded with you? You plan for PDP to fail election. You are not shouting for that government. How can a reasonable man who means well for a state and the party will tell 2 senators to withdraw from election? And then you hope that you own everything. Senator Diri, if he wins, there will be a by-election. The other one from his local government, who was running for deputy governor, if he wins, there will be another by-election. So you want the state to go for 2 by-elections. And knowing how volatile elections are in this larger data. People have left you, God have left you. You can't control that, assume that God role. Even the former president from your own state, you cannot accord simple respect, and you are talking about the job. You are talking about the job. Look at the disdain, the respect he had for the former president. Which for the Jordan, the first time in the German produced president. Simply because Rivers said honor the former president and the wife, the governor of Dixon became angry. Dixon had concluded an arrangement to join APC. It was to be perceived that I blocked him. Let him deny. To me, perceiver and blocked him. So he knew I had strength. If you are going to consult me now, when you are going to collude with the people, so EFCC will not arrest you as you are going. He said that who is fooling who?
Governor Wike said he is a good representative of Rivers State as he uses their mandate effectively to develop the state. He said on 4.5 years, he has achieved more for Rivers State than Dixon did for Bayelsa State in about 8 years.
Of course, I've represented Rivers people. I've made Rivers people very proud. Very, very proud. My shoulders are high. I'm a governor that can go anywhere. Rivers State is a multi-ethnic state. You have the Queres, you have the Ogonis, you have the Ekpeyes, you have the Obas, you have the Eches, you have the Ndonis, you have the Abua, you have the Kalabare, you have the Obolo, you have the Okrika. So many. I want to tell Governor Dixon, I'm proud. All these people cannot deny the fact that I have brought dividends of democracy. 2, representation also means protecting what your people, the interests of your people. Part of that representation is me taking back what belongs to Rivers State. The Soku will belong to Rivers State. That is representation. Part of it to say, you must say, no, don't take what belongs to my state. Part of it to say, revenue and fiscal organization, don't take what belongs to my state. That's part of representation.